All right, guys. I'm not even going to beat around the bush here. I'm just going to get right to the point. This image was leaked on Twitter, um, and I'll get into how this was leaked in a second. But this is essentially confirmation. I don't want to say 100%. I would say more so 98% confirmation that this is coming for the fourth anniversary for Legends. I mean, it was pretty obvious that Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku was, going to come out for the anniversary, the fourth anniversary. He was like the only major unit we are missing from the main continuity of the series that hasn't been introduced into the game yet. There's a few others like Dragon Fist, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. We don't have him. There's a few iterations of other characters that we don't have. But in terms of like a headlining major character, this is really the one that people were waiting for and expecting to release during the celebration. And to finally get pseudo, I guess what I would call confirmation that this guy's coming out. I mean, this art is very Legends esque. This is art that is not displayed anywhere else. I've never seen this specific artwork for UI Goku. Um, Kind of reminds me, what's funny about this is that this is the second UI Goku that's been leaked ahead of time. If you guys remember back to when the purple UI Sign Goku and Jiren, before they released during Legends Festival 2020, we actually had a situation very, very similar to this where on the App Store, I believe it was, I don't remember if it was specific to a certain region or not, but it was, I think, the Japan App Store, I think is what it was, for iOS. They had actually leaked the arts for UI Sign Goku and Jiren before they were officially announced. And we have a similar situation here, where obviously Master Ultra Instinct is here. This text, by the way, in case you guys were wondering, is this just says the fourth anniversary is ongoing. Yonshunen Kaisaichu is what this says right here. And then obviously this down here is Bird Studios, which is basically the company that owns all of the IP property for Dragon Ball, just the series in general. And then this is Toei, and then this is Bandai Namco Entertainment. So this does to me look like official artwork. This is the actual logo used for the 4-year anniversary. We already know this, and this down here looks like it fits. So everything in this image, to me at least, seems legit. And let's just get into quickly how I think this image was leaked. Before we even get into that, I mean, this Miguel is a pretty, you know, someone who's pretty on top of news when it comes to Legends. He was able to click on this link and I guess somehow find this. And the way that I believe that this was even leaked in the first place is if we go over here to the Dragon Ball Legends official page. Let me zoom in a little bit if I can do this. So let me see. Let's make sure this looks good. Sorry, this is my first time actually recording a browser on my on my new setup here. But we have the post here by the official account Dragon Ball Legends. Twitter icon hijack campaign is here. Join to get your icon hijacked every day. Get your icon hijacked and enjoy the fourth anniversary countdown with other players. Hijack begins 5:21 6 a.m. Check campaign site for details. So this actually begins, I believe, in like 2 days. Because for me, Japan time right now, it is night of the 19th. So in like 2 days from now, this will start. But I think what happened was the like something related to this campaign, like they were able to click on this or something, go over here, and then if you, because there's a question mark right here, obviously this is probably a placeholder for UI Goku. But I think what happened was, because if you take a look at the actual link posted here that leads to this, it is, and it's you take a look at the actual link up here, right? So it's db/legend/jp/icon hack, icon jack, I guess, whatever, .bn/ent.net. That is basically the same link as like the same start of the link. That's this, but this is for English. This is obviously for Japanese. So they were able to find the missing icon as a part of that campaign from the hijack campaign over here. So to me, that is pretty convincing evidence that this is real. Again, I would say that this is 98, 99 even percent true. So this is the actual first piece of confirmation that we have for UI Goku as a main headlining character for the fourth anniversary. And I think now that we know this, it's pretty safe to say that he will be the probably the icon for the fourth anniversary. Because if you guys remember back to the first anniversary, didn't actually have one. I mean, Super Vegeta was the headlining anniversary, but in terms of like the actual icon of the first anniversary, there was no character as a part of that part of the logo. But the second anniversary, Vegito Blue was part of the logo. Third anniversary, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was part of the logo. And I think for this fourth year anniversary, it's pretty safe to say that this one we're seeing right now, this fourth anniversary logo, is probably going to include somehow UI Goku in it as the headlining character. And then I think, I still think, because I think I made a video talking about my predictions for the anniversary maybe like a month or a month and a half ago or something like that. It's been a little bit. I still do think we probably, in some way, will see an Ultra Super Vegito, maybe in part two. I probably in part two, right? I mean, they typically like to save the Ultras as like a separate thing apart from the LF characters. But UI Goku definitely looks like a shoe-in for part one as the main headlining character. And then if we go off just the history of sort of dual LF banners, and I definitely expect the fourth anniversary to be a dual LF banner, at least for part one, what they typically like to do is sort of like a good guy versus a bad guy, right? So for the third year anniversary, we had Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta versus Corrupted Merge Zamasu. Legends Festival last year, we had Blue Gogeta versus Broly. Legends Festival this year actually was a bit different because they ended up doing the Sword of Hope Trunks versus the, well, not really versus, but alongside the Blue Goku and Vegeta. But I think it makes a lot of sense to do like sort of like a hero versus a villain. But there's also the chance that they don't go down that path and instead doing something like, I don't know, this UI Goku and then the other character being Dragon Fist Super Saiyan 3 Goku, because honestly he's one of the only characters left that they have not represented in the game. But it's, I don't know, two Gokus seems a little bit strange. Like the same character. So I don't know if they want to end up doing that or something completely different. To me, for an anniversary, it feels more in line. I don't really know. It just feels. I don't really know the word for it. It just feels more deserving for it to be a hero versus a villain, and then they can sort of build off of that in the anniversary specific like story event that they did last year. Like I actually really like that. It was Super Saiyan 4 Go. I think it was no. At first, it was I believe it was Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta versus Merge Zamasu, and then like Vegito Blue shows up and he's like, "I'm gonna let you guys handle this," and then they fuse into Gogeta and then they like fight Merge Zamasu. So I think something similar to that, where they do sort of like a what if story featuring UI Goku versus whatever villain they decide to go with as the counterpart to UI Goku as part of the first half of the anniversary. And then I still do think it's pretty likely we end up getting some kind of Super Vegito Ultra character as part two, just because that would be, honestly, a Ultra Super Vegito, I think, would be the best selling character they could release, even more so than this Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. Super Vegito is just the best selling character in Dragon Ball, period. There's no one that can eclipse him, I don't think. But that is pretty much going to end this video here. I just wanted to make sure that you guys were up to speed on everything that's been released thus far, or leaked, I guess, in terms of the news for the upcoming 4th anniversary. Keep in mind, we have the reveals and stuff officially coming out on the 28th, depending on what time zone you're in. It might be earlier or later than what actually, no, it wouldn't be later because for me, it's on the 28th at night. So for most people, I guess watching this, it'll be in the morning, early morning of the 28th. And then I believe what will happen is we'll probably end up getting the actual banners dropped the next day. So the 29th is when I expect to actually get everything in game, the banners, the events, everything. So hope you guys are excited. I'm definitely excited. Hopefully this guy is not too broken, but good enough to stir things up in terms of the meta. So again, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think of Master Ultra Instinct Goku basically being confirmed for the 4th anniversary, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.